Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Hoopla of Y'all show. I'm going to be demonstrating this movement and some other things we're going to be talking about is input the good. I'm so excited about this particular show. This is the second part of the series, The Power of Positivity. And we're going to be going over some really great things of how to create and be better. And that's going to be lots of fun. Okay, I'm waiting for a couple people to join me live. Couple? No, more than that. Momentary lapse of all that stuff. Anyway, okay, we're going to get started. I'm going to introduce who I am. I am your host, Shay Rippinger, and you've joined us on the Hoopla of Y'all show. If you are new here, thanks so much for being here and welcome. If you have been here before, awesome. Thank you for coming back. So we talk about health, humor, and hooping. And on this particular episode, this is the Input is Good, and it is the Power of Positivity series. All right. And talking about the health, humor, and hooping. Yes. And thank you so much for the hearts out. Yay, yay, yay. All right. So I do the health recommendation first. And this is health, and it's a mental portion of this. And how we get to doing better, creating better, and being better is inputting the good. There's an old computer saying that went garbage in, garbage out, and this is about putting in good input. So we're changing that around. And what you put in is what you put out. That's the point of that statement, is you want to put in good so that you can get good out. And also, second part of that is when you put in good, you crowd out the stuff that's not so good. So I don't know about you, but in our current times, and anytime, a lot of times we need to crowd out. There's so much overwhelming us, and we want to bring in the stuff that is good and bring that in and bring more of that in, which brings us to the third part of that, which is the law of attraction. And that is when what you focus on comes about because it magnetizes towards you. There's also the flip side of that. What you resist persists. So if you keep on focusing on the thing that you don't want, you just head straight into it like a big brick wall. So instead of doing that, input the good, and that will help bring that around. So I'm watching all the little messages from the different inputs here. So all right. So hi and welcome. Thanks for being here. All righty. So we've covered the health portion of the show. I'm going to give you a little laughter yoga exercise, and I encourage you to do this with me. It's a lot of fun. And this one is a laughter yoga dance exercise. So we're going to move and groove a little bit with this one. If you want, put on your own music. It's only take a couple moments here. I'm going to explain it, and then we're going to do it. So I'm going to move my chair back a little bit more here. So what we're going to be doing, this is called the Sidewinder Snap. So we're going to lead with it. This is what it looks like. Okay, you've seen what it looks like. I'm going to break it down, and we're going to do it. So you don't have to be scared of it, that it's like too complicated or anything like that. It's quite simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to lead with the head, and we're going to bring the head to the side and just let the body follow. And at the end of that, snap. So when we do that, we're going to take an inhale in when we move the head. So we're going to just move the head and then snap. Move the head and then snap. So move the head and then snap. Now we're going to add that breath to it, and we're going to start just adding the baby steps, putting it all together. So we're going to move the head, inhale, and snap. And then inhale, and snap. And then inhale, and snap. Okay, now we're going to add the laughter part of it. So we're going to start moving the head. We're going to inhale with that, add that snap, and we exhale on that part. And then we do it to the other side. So let's try it. We'll try it real slow. So we're going to inhale, and then snap, and then exhale. You can make this as long as you want. I like a nice long exhale. So we're going to inhale on the other side and snap and exhale it out and laugh it out. So we can take this a little bit faster if you want. So inhale it in and snap. Inhale it in and snap. Exhale it out. Inhale it in and snap and exhale it out. Inhale it in and snap and exhale it out. Okay, we're going to wind up with that one. So at the end of laughter yoga exercises, we take our hands together really nice and big and wide and go very good, very good. Yay. We do that twice. Very good, yay. And we do that because there's lots of acupressure points on this. So hopefully if you actually did that with me, and I hope you did, you feel a nice brightness and lightness and oxygenation to your cells. That is really good for your brain input and for getting all of the cells oxygenated, which helps move out disease, bring in the good stuff, move out toxins, and help your cells function better. And it also loads your body with happy endorphins. So we do a fake it till you make it laughter, and that helps. So even if you don't feel like laughing, even when you just fake that laughter, you're telling your brain, you're telling your body, and your brain is dumping chemicals, happy endorphin chemicals like serotonin into your body and letting it run through. So that is also another way that we flood with input, with positive input, and let that flow out through the body. So we crowd out the bad by bringing in the good. So doing good for your body is another part of that. All righty. Shall we move on to the hoop portion? I'm going to do a little hoop tutorial, and that is the wrap winder. This is a cool tutorial. You can use any size hoop that you want on this. I'm using a smaller, lighter hoop because it's easier to demonstrate on camera in a small space. So because otherwise I would have to be really back here quite far. So what we're going to be doing, this is 2 moves. So there is a little bit of a snake arms. Okay, so that's why all the snake references in here. This is a little bit of a belly dance base with snake arms. So I'm going to give you a quick tip on the snake arms real quick. So what snake arms look like briefly. Now I'm just giving you a little bit of a tutorial on this. So you can definitely go into this more in depth, but I'm just giving you the down and dirty of it so that we can add this in with the hoop move of the wrap with the snake arms. So the wrap winder. So like that Sidewinder laughter yoga exercise that we just did. So what we're doing with the arms. So you want to start with good posture to begin with. So take a nice deep breath in, roll the shoulders back, keep that chest nice and lifted, bring the abdominal wall in, tuck the hips underneath, and just a nice neutral pelvic tilt, pelvic tuck. And then, so that's going to be your starting position with all this nice dance posture. You also want to try not to do this with your hands. We call this in hooping T-Rexing, when you're hooping and you have these hands that aren't all that pretty, because we're thinking a lot. So I want you to just enjoy this move, and it doesn't have to be all completely perfect, but I want you to try it and enjoy it. So what we're doing with this is I'm going to just lead us off on one side to do the belly dance snake arms. So which will lead into the winder, the wrap winder. Okay, so what we're going to do is it's as if you have like a little string pulling your elbow up. So you're going to pull the elbow up and then pull the elbow down. So the elbow is going to lead up on this, and then the elbow is going to lead down. Elbow leads up and elbow leads down. And then the hand's just going to float with it, but keep the fingers nice and long and extended. So, and if that's a challenge for you, take into a meditation posture right here, as if you're doing that. And then we're going to flip this over, and you can even slide that forward. So you take that, slide it, flip it, and then just keep that finger, the thumb, glued to the middle finger, and then you have a very pretty extended hand without having to think about it much with and so it's a nice, I call that cheating belly dance hands. But what you're going to be doing is adding that hand extension on to this movement here with the snake arms. So again, we're just doing one side. So I'm doing with the right elbow, and elbow leads up and elbow leads down. Elbow leads up, elbow leads down. I'm going to show you from behind. Elbow leads up, like you have a string pulling it up. Elbow leads down. Elbow leads up, elbow leads down. Now, ideally, you want to pretend like you're sandwiched in between two pieces of glass here. So my elbow is going to lead up and down in a straight line, so I'm not flopping my arm like so. We're trying not to do that. We're trying to lead that up, lead that down. So my elbow is only going a small distance because the hand and fingers can add the rest of that extension. So you're just taking the elbow up, down, up, down. So that also is nice and gentle on your shoulder so you don't blast out your rotator cuff on your shoulder. So rather than going and then you've thrown everything out of whack here and you're pressing on your shoulder, we're keeping this nice and still and bringing the arm up and down in this little motion with the elbow. So up and down. Now we're going to add the other side. Let's try it on the other side, on whichever side you didn't just try. So we're going to do elbow leads up, elbow leads down. Remember to do that cheating belly dance hand. So meditation, scoot the finger down, flip it over, and you have your nice hand. So elbow leads up like you have a little string pulling it up, elbow leads down. Elbow leads up, elbow leads down. Whatever you do on one side, you want to do on the other side as well. So since we already worked this arm out, we're challenging the other arm to match this. Okay, now once you have the hang of both sides, each side individually, now we're going to add both sides together. One's going to lead, one's going to follow. Here's what it looks like. So right now my right arm is leading up, so the elbow's leading up. And as that starts turning and coming down, the other elbow is going to lead up. So think of this nice and slow, like you're in water, like you're a piece of seaweed in water. So as that one elbow leads up, then the elbow leads down, the other elbow leads up. So up and down, and up and down. Whichever side you're focusing on, it could be down and up. So again, you're like sandwiched in between two pieces of glass or walls or what have you, two flat surfaces, so that you're not doing this. So it's not this. Okay, I'm over exaggerating. You're kind of doing that, but to the sides. So it's going to look like that. I will turn around and demonstrate so you can see that my right elbow's going up and my left elbow's going up. Right elbow up, left elbow up. Right arm goes up, right arm goes down. Left arm goes down, left arm goes up. So either way, however you want to think of that. Okay, so that is the snake arms portion of this move. So that's part of the move combo. Again, this is the wrap winder combo. So now to get this, we're going to add the wrap part. So what we're doing is we're taking the hoop. I have the hoop in my right hand, and I'm going to wrap it over the left shoulder. And then I'm going to release that hand. Now I'm going to grab with my left hand. This part is hugely important. Thumb must face down on this to get this. You can get this in another way, but your hands are going to be all mixed up. So we want to have the thumb facing down, and we're going to extend this out and continue that over. So we're going to wrap over, out. This is what it looks like. Wrap over and out. Wrap over and out. So you're doing a little half move. So one. So wrap, and as this comes up, and then it comes down, and then wrap it over to the other side. Wrap over. And you have to kind of get a feel for this, because it's going to feel a little weird at first. So you can do as many of these as you want in between, and or you can do one, and then one, and then one. Try and keep a sense of humor as you're learning. There's a lot to this little combo. It's just a little combo, and it looks really slick when you get it, and it feels really good when you get it. Getting there might feel a little challenging, and that's okay. So again, we're starting out with getting the snake arms first. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Remember that small elbow movement. It's not going all the way up and all the way down. So we're not doing this, not that. So we're just nice and straight, nice dance posture. Like so. And then we're taking the hoop and we're wrapping it on the shoulder, thumb facing down to regrip, to grab, and then pull this out, and then you can move this over in that nice snake arms. So, and as you're reaching out, then you're reaching over back. Again, your thumb is facing down as you come out and bring this over. So you can actually add a sidewinder into this, which the sidewinder is bringing that in with the head. So we were just doing snake arms with just the arms, but when you do the sidewinder, which again is a belly dance move, and it's also just a dance move as well, maybe called different things in, depending on which dance community you come from. But you're taking the head is leading with this head, arms follow, head leads, arms follow. So if you want to add that to this combination, so you can definitely do that. So the first part of this is I thumb up, I wrap over the shoulder, and then I grab thumb down, bring that head over, and then wrap around. And then again, thumb down, coming out, wrap over, and out. Wrap over, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then we're going to take that. So this is an infinity move, as you are seeing, which means it can flow. You can do it endless amounts of times, so you can completely drill this until you feel really comfortable with this. So you can go one right after the other without having to do another transition move. Around, 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 around. So wrap, sidewinder, wrap, snake arm, sidewinder, whichever portion of that, any or all that you want to try. So you can try that with a head. Try and get that over the shoulder. So I'm also reaching around with that hand here to grab the hoop. Now, if you have a bigger hoop, you're going to be grabbing in a little bit different way. So you can still do this. You're going to be grabbing a little bit, so the hoop is going to be wrapped around you, and you're going to take that out. So wrap around, take that out. Wrap around, take that out. Same thing. So you're not using the whole extension of the hoop when you grab. You're just cupping your arm around the hoop and then bringing this out. So bringing this around, cupping, moving, tucking that elbow in with the hoop, and then moving this out. So now this is a shoulder. Mainly, it's going to work your shoulders a lot on this particular move. So if you need to, shake this out a little bit, roll the shoulders back. Make sure if you're a little tense in the neck, make sure you rub the shoulders out a little bit, rub the arms. So when I'm teaching this, the snake arms move, inevitably everybody's arms and shoulders get tense and tired. The tenseness comes in, it's a new move. So we tend to tense up the very things that we need to relax when we're learning something. So when you're learning it, you're probably not all that relaxed because it's new information and you're like, oh, how do I get this? So Don't worry about it. Just flow as best as you can. If you do have a mirror that you can work with, that is going to be very helpful to work with this. So a mirror will help you see what you're doing and see that you've got an elbow up. And if you can throw the video on in the mirror so that you can do it at the same time and see what you're doing, that's really helpful. So feel free to watch this video over, rewind it, share with your friends, all that kind of good stuff. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you that one more time, and I'm going to show you this from the back so you see what my hands are doing from the back. Whoop. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm starting out with my right hand, thumb is up. So I'm going to wrap this over the left shoulder here, and I'm going to grab, thumb is facing down. And then I'm going to wind up, wrap this around, tuck that elbow in, and wrap that out. So around, wrap, you can sidewinder this, wrap, sidewinder this, wrap, sidewinder, wrap, sidewinder, wrap. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit to see it from both directions of seeing what that wrap winder looks like. So a lot of fun, and you can definitely really get into it and have some real fun and enjoyment with this. And it's a fun, slinky move. So the parts of it I know are a little, it takes it takes many different parts putting that together to get that. But I thought I would share that with you because I came up with that combo and I really liked it a lot. So it's a way to incorporate dance into your hoop movements, and that's a really fun thing. So, all right, let me give you the nutshell recap of what we covered in the show, because we covered the power of positivity, the second of the series, and that input the good. So we were talking about what you input is what you get out. So if you put in good, you get out good. Oh, I forgot to tell you the stop the noise and listen to the gratitude. That's part of that. That's a quote from me. Stop the noise and input the gratitude. So, and also when you put more good in, you cram the bad out. So we want to input good and have that all fluff up in our lives and have more of that present. And when you have that happening, you have the law of attraction at work. So that third point of that was the law of attraction helps magnetize towards you because you're focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want. I have my favorite thing is tell the universe what you want rather than what you don't want, because the universe can't take a joke. So, like I said, I do humor on here, having been, I forgot to introduce myself as the pro hula hooper, dance instructor, professional humorist, and laughter yoga leader, and a health and humor coach. So anyway, that's who I am. I forgot to do that at the beginning. Anyway, going back to the nutshell recap here was we did the Sidewinder step, the laughter yoga exercise where we did that Sidewinder, and all this was going together. So we did the Sidewinder snap and then that laughing it out. Sidewinder. So, all right. And then we did the wrap winder hoop combination, which was putting this together here. Where we did the snake arms, we started out with one, with the elbow moving in a small pattern, and making sure we do that cheating belly dance hand, which started out with a meditation, slide the finger, flip it over, and that's your nice long finger, so we're not T-Rexing. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 1, and then adding the other side, and then adding them both together. One leads up, one leads down, and you're just moving your elbow about this big, like you have a string on it. And then we added the wrap to it. So we take our hoop with the thumb up, around, we grab with the thumb down, do our little snake arms, and you can add the Sidewinder head into it. again, wrapping up with the thumb up and then catching with the thumb down, bringing that out, bringing that out, bringing that out, bringing that out, and enjoying the move and flowing with it. So that was the wrap winder escalator. Just kidding. I'm not kidding, but we're not doing the escalator part today. But anyway, you can go into all kinds of moves from there. So hopefully you've enjoyed this show. I hope you've gotten a lot out of it, and I'm so excited to bring you the 115th episode. This is really great. I am Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla, and you are welcome to go to my website, get a free copy of, I've got like a gift that, not like a gift, I have a gift to give you. See if you want to be part of the world news. So world, like world news, be a part of the Hip the Hoopla inner circle. So you're welcome to do that, and I encourage you to join the community. If you haven't already, please hit the like, the thumbs up, the subscribe, all that other kind of good stuff, and sharing is caring. So if you know of somebody who would enjoy or benefit from this information, I would really highly encourage you to share it with them. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And also, I think I've now put a little donate button in the comments too. So in case you want to help contribute to the bringing of this channel to more people, more happy faces, more people who need it in the world, because I'm out there to help bring joy, love, and laughter and good health to everybody possible. So if you are interested in that mission, please consider donating a little bit if you like. I really would appreciate that. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad, and we're going to keep up with the power of positivity in the next episode, and with this series. So I'm glad you've joined me for the first two. We're coming up with the third one here, and I'm very excited about it. All right, thank you so much for watching. Rock on, peace out, take care, everybody. Be happy. Bye.